Hello my beautiful amazing people, badass Dark Zone agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with perhaps one of the most broken builds in the game right now. I'm using Backfire exotic SMG, and in last season, thanks to modifiers, this weapon was pretty much PvE meta, and I think we have found the build which brought back this weapon back to the top this season. This setup has bleed resistance, immunity to bleed effect with ease, we have crowd control, we have damage, most importantly we have immune shield, which will allow us to stack backfire without breaking a sweat. Of course I'm using sanitation modifier which will apply burn. That additional layer of survivability, not only it stops enemies from shooting at your ass, but also you're gonna heal yourself quite a bit. Like now you can see this insanity. Legendary stronghold, 4 directives applied, easy money. And set your timers, brother, right here. 2 waves, less than 1 minute clear. Easy money, solo. Again, legendary difficulty, 4 directives applied. Once you stack this setup, it's absolutely unstoppable. Hunter's Fury build can be stacked. You will get a lot of weapon damage, amplified damage, you have crowd control, you have survivability, you have heals, and you have utility. We have shields which will be immune thanks to the Vanguard talent. Also you're gonna give your teammates bonus armor, which is always helpful, so this build will work really good in solo and in team play. But just look at this insanity. Chungus just deployed, and I have no issues whatsoever to clear everything, even with special ammo on Chungus guns. Easy money. But if you still need help, maybe you're new to the game, I can recommend you my daily sponsor dving.net. I have been working with these guys for many years now. They have tons of customer reviews, you can check everything by yourself. They are the best in the business, and if you're gonna use my promo code RBDIF, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all services. And guys, there are absolutely zero sensitive information sharing, nothing is shared there. You will play together with the boosters and they will give you all the items you want, just the way you would play with your friends. So it's safe, you're not violating anything, and enjoy the game and get your wanted item and save your time, most importantly, because I understand most of you doesn't have that much time on their hands to play the games, especially with this month where we had Borderlands, we had Outer World 2, we have Ark Riders, Battlefield 6, now Call of Duty is coming. Ooh, the games are stacked this winter season, and honestly Ark Riders is awesome game, and I see what they did with Ark Riders. They took a lot of good things from multiple games. I see inspiration from Division 2 there, I see inspiration from even Starfield, I see inspiration quite a bit from top games in one big game. So yeah, they took all the best parts and made Ark Riders, but still Division 2 has its own magic, and I'm just coming back to this game because I really love this shooter, and it still looks absolutely gorgeous, and I love the build crafting. I wish though Ark Riders would have more build crafting. There are pretty much only like a couple things you can choose in skill tree. Rest will be simply guns and mods. You will attach on those guns, and those are not changing the game like too crazy. So in terms of build diversity or some crazy experimentation, there is nothing much to it. You get some legendary blueprints, craft some weapons, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, so I love Division 2 because it allows me to do some crazy shenanigans with some, I would say, even mid pieces. But this build, man, in terms of numbers, I'm sitting at really good crit chance. That's thanks to chest piece, which will add crit chance. And in general, if you're gonna use SMGs, you will have no issues whatsoever with crit chance, because they have as their own attribute 21% crit chance, I think. Backfire will add additional 200% crit damage with full stack. This weapon received a buff, I think like a couple seasons ago now. So now it's really strong. You're gonna stack it fairly quickly. Thanks to Vanguard talent I'm using on my chest piece, it will be absolutely child's play to stack this weapon even without sanitation modifier. Simply proc your shield. You will be immune to damage for a couple seconds, and then when you're gonna get your first kill, all the nearby enemies will be disorientated, and that allows you to chain kill enemy after enemy after enemy, and in no time you will have stacked Backfire and wiped whole map. No enemies whatsoever. You're gonna delete those bad boys from the servers. The booty clapping setup. Honestly, this build will be my setup to clear Climax mission, which is coming, where you will be able to get new exotic knee pads. I have mixed feeling about those knee pads. On paper, it kinda sounds cool. You are tagging one enemy is dealing, that tagged enemy will deal more damage to you, but all the rest of the enemies which will not be tagged will receive more damage from you. On paper, that sounds kinda interesting, but in reality, most of the time, you will always be alone eventually with the toughest enemy in the room. And what happens then? You will tag him. So it means you're gonna give him free damage buff against you, like for example Changa, maybe Hunter or Bounty. It's kind of tricky situation with those knee pads, especially when we have such a good DPS pieces already in the game, like Overdogs, Exotic Gloves, Coyote Exotic Mask, even Memento Backpack, Holster. With swapping weapons you will receive some additional weapon damage, even Soya knee pads. We have plenty. Tinker Mask, multiple damage talent combo, so I don't know, man. I have mixed feelings about those knee pads, but we're gonna see. I hope they will not be broken on arrival. There will not be any exploit with those knee pads. I wish everything will be just fine. In this build, I'm using Ninja Bike Backpack. I'm using Yal's named mask, which will give me weapon damage and hazard protection because I'm using Ninja Bike Backpack. Cheshka, the same story, crit chance and hazard protection. Vanguard, like I said, will be my main talent. I have 1.5 million armor, I think that's enough. I have enough crit chance, crit damage. I'm using 3 pieces from Hunter's Fury set. And again, that's all thanks to Ninja Bike Backpack, which will allow me to use less gear pieces, but I will be able to get all the necessary buffs for this build. I have like 77% hazard protection and 97% bleed resistance, so I will be completely immune against bleed effect. For the skills, I would recommend you to use Decoy and Shield. Bye.